Hello, thank you for joining me here on Super Pants Gaming for this Nintendo Pickups video. So it was said to me about a month or so back that I don't really concentrate very heavily on Nintendo. I focus a lot more on sort of PlayStation and Xbox. And while that's possibly true, I do still pick up Nintendo games. So I said then that I'd accumulate my Nintendo pickups over the month and then basically do a Nintendo Pickups video, and here we are. So the first two games that I picked up over the last month are both Wii games from a charity shop. The first one being Animal Crossing Let's Go to the City. So, which is complete with manual in lovely condition, to be totally honest. So really pleased to be grabbing that and adding that into my little Wii collection. The second one is another common title, to be honest, and that's Mario Kart Wii. I almost said Mario Party then. Dope. And I must confess, the disc on this is a little bit rough, but I think it'll play. I've certainly got discs that are worse than it, but if it needs a skim at some point, I'm sure I'll get a skim on it. So, yes. Now, I know a lot of you guys flip games like this through CEX to get other games that you're after in the collection. However, you may or may not know I've been running a thing called Mission 360 where I'm building a highly curated set of Xbox 360 games. And I'm down to the final 10 games, or it's technically 9 because I've got one that I picked up a couple of days ago, sat just there. So yes, I'm sort of getting close to the end of that, and I'm wondering what the next system is that I'm going to actively collect for. The Wii is definitely in the running, so for the time being at least, I'm definitely keeping all the Wii pickups that I get now, and I don't want to find myself basically flipping stuff through CEX to then have to go back and buy it again in a few months' time. So yes, I'm keeping hold of all the Wii games, and we'll see where we go. I may or may not end up collecting Wii, I don't know. So anyway, waffle over. The next couple of pickups are both Switch games. We're going to cut to my unboxing table and carry on there, just to make it a bit varied. I have in front of me a package from the game collection. They currently have a sale on, which is 2 games for £15, and they've got some Nintendo Switch games in there. So we've had a little look through, and I chose one and my sensible adult chose one, and this is what we've got. So hopefully this contains 2 Nintendo Switch games. In one, go on. And it certainly does. So first, we have Digimon Survive, which is the game that my sensible adult chose. We've looked at it before, we're both quite interested in it. I don't think it's technically a standard Digimon game as such. I think it's a little bit more of a visual novel, sort of, a little bit light on the Digimon sort of side, a bit more visual novel-like, which is great. So I'm sure we will really enjoy that. And the second game is, I forgot what I ordered them for a second. The second game is Valkyrian Arc Hero School Story 2. I have the original Valkyrian Arc game on the PS4, and I really wanted the sequel. I believe it's only available physically on the Nintendo Switch and the PS5. And I just thought it would be a great game for me to add to the very small Switch collection that we've got. And yeah, I'll be looking forward to giving that a go. Yeah, so amazingly pleased to be adding 2 awesome games into our very small Switch collection. Digimon Survive, my sensible adult has actually played a few hours of in the last couple of weeks, and it's, as I thought, very much sort of visual novel sort of based. The combat in it is sort of JRPG, sort of on a grid, sort of turn-based, which I really kind of like, so I've sort of been giving her a few pointers with that as well. It's a little bit darker than I was kind of expecting. There's some bits that are a little bit sort of dark in a way, so which is kind of really cool. I think that both of us are really sort of quite enjoying it, so I'm sort of sat there watching her play it, and yeah, really sort of solid game. Really pleased we picked that up. I kind of wish I'd got that ages ago, to be honest, so because I have looked at it a few times. So yes, if you are at all interested in Switch content, please make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell notification, because the next video that we've actually planned as an upload, hopefully this Saturday, my sensible adult has basically spent £100 on mystery games, most of which she tells me are Switch games. And I've got no idea what they are, so yeah, what could possibly go wrong with that? Moving along, I've got another quick shout out for Retro Mania Kettering. I absolutely love going to Retro Mania, and in the last month I'm so pleased to say that I've actually managed to get there twice, which yeah, is absolutely amazing. So the first pickup I've got to show you from there is something quite large. It is this question block light, Mario question block light, basically. So as you can see, that was £10, maybe. Yep. And I will put a little video of what it looks like up there. So it looks absolutely awesome. It's a brilliant little lamp. So really, really pleased to have got that. I think I've seen them in game before, like a little while ago. And yeah, never really thought about it. But to be honest, with the channel doing so many sort of mystery pickups and CEX roulettes and unboxings and stuff like that, I thought kind of a question box light was sort of, yeah, was sort of in keeping with the channel. So yes, there we go. Another huge thing that I also have nowhere to put. If you remember me still not being quite sure where to put the the Max Payne 3 statue, at some point I think it will probably end up on the shelf behind me, but we will have to wait and see. Now, I've made a little rule. Every time I go to Retro Mania, there's always an excellent selection of sort of Nintendo cartridges there. And I've sort of said to myself, every time I go, I want to pick a cartridge up. And I want to sort of start building back up the collection of sort of Super Nintendo games, sort of cartridge only. So, yes, the first time that I went, I managed to pick up a copy of Flashback, which, as you can see, was £5, if the light lets me show it. Yep. And this is a game that I actually used to own on the Mega Drive, I believe, back in the day, and found it quite hard, to be honest. And I've played a little bit of this like the other night, well, a couple of weeks ago, I guess, and I still find it really hard. But it is an awesome game. It's just one of those games, it's sort of almost timeless in a way, and I'm just so pleased to have that into the collection. I picked that up at the same time that I picked up the Alan Wake Collector's Edition for the Xbox 360, which that was just an awesome day. That was the 2 pickups from that day. The second time I went, I picked up, I think this might be slightly more obscure, I don't see this very often, but Dr. Franken, which, as you may or may not be able to see, was £10. So, never played this back in the day, didn't really have too much of an idea what this was. I knew it was sort of a platformer type thing, and I've put this in. To be totally honest, the graphics and the sprites and stuff in it looks awesome. Platformer itself, bits of it are a little bit janky, but it seems pretty decent. Basically, you start on a stage and you have to sort of go around and collect pieces of whatever. I think the first thing you're collecting is a passport. So, yeah, and then you sort of go around the world and do sort of similar things. And yeah, it's just a sort of little sort of hide and seek type find things sort of platformer. And yeah, graphically, really, really good, really quite surprised, and really, really pleased I picked this up. This was a tenner, and this was from the second trip to Retro Mania this month, where I also picked up a game that I've been meaning to pick up for quite a while, to be honest, an N64 game, another cartridge. So I always go cartridge only on my Nintendo stuff. I can't be a cardboard collector because... I don't know. I want to be playing the stuff. I don't want to be sort of trying to look after cardboard. I'd be scared to open the boxes and stuff. And to be honest, it's hella expensive nowadays. So yes, Lego Racers. That was £7, and massively pleased to get this. I played this quite a while ago. I think it was at a friend's house. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a little bit like Mario Kart in a way, but you sort of get to build your kart and design your character and stuff, and I don't know, it's just fun. It's what every Nintendo N64 game should be, and that's just fun. So yeah, massively pleased to pick this up for £7 and add that into the collection as well. So that is it for my Nintendo pickups this time. I just want to say, Retro Mania Kettering, if you're anywhere in the area of Kettering, make sure you go check them out, because yeah, the stuff in there is just awesome. It's not just video games, they've got loads of other figures and stuff. There's loads of wrestling stuff, loads of pop figures, sort of loads of sort of memorabilia and stuff. It's an absolutely amazing store, so I love giving it a shout out because it's a small independent business, and yes, can't wait to get there again next month. So yes, thank you so much for being here. As always, you've been awesome, I've been Soup, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.